TGIF, right? Well, welcome to Free and Clear Fridays with me, Dr. Sarah. And it's really fascinating because I'm always intrigued when going live because you never know not only what's going to happen on the live, but what leads up to it. So it's humorous to me that I'm about to push the record or like the live button, and then all of a sudden I'm noticing like there's something in my eye, which I'm like, it's just hilariously funny to me when those kind of things happen because you can prepare all you want, but until it actually comes time to be in the moment to choose it, you never know what's going to show up. Welcome to Living Consciously and welcome to my world. And welcome to the space where we get to look at things and clear them and get clear and be clear and have more choices and possibilities as a result. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I'm so grateful. And you may notice today I have a little bit of a different filter on. Well, did you know there's actually Dr. Sarah filters now available? And apparently this is one of them. So it's probably the Dr. Sarah Experience filter. And there's 4 different ones to it. So this is one of them. And I'm really excited about them. I think they're very fun. It's actually, you can see it has like some red to it. You can see even my sweater starts turning red. I think it's pretty cool. So you can check those out. You can use them on pictures. You can use them on lives like this, or I believe even on reels. So it's an actual filter you can use. So that excites me, and that's pretty fun. You can find that, I believe, on my profile page where you can see those little, they look like twinkles maybe? Under that. I just discovered it. So it's under there and you can find them and use them. Or you can look up the Dr. Sarah Experience when you go to take a picture or whatever, and you'll find it there too. So yay! Anyway, so how are you? How's your week been? Light, heavy, both? Well, I'm not sure if you know what the topic of the week is, or you might know. And either way, we're going to look at it today, and we're going to aim to get it clear. Get it clear and get it cleared. 2 things. Because the topic of the week is the black sheep of the family and or society. So how many of you have been labeled as the black sheep of the family? Or you've labeled yourself because you didn't fit in? Or in society, if you're not following the norm? Or if you have a different point of view than the masses? So, everything that brings up, let's destroy it and create it all now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Whew, wow, that had a charge to it. So, what are you aware of? How long have you fallen into that category of being the black sheep and made it a wrongness? So everywhere you made it a wrongness, let's destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh, wow. Christina says, I love being the black sheep because no one paves my own path except me. What else is possible? Woohoo! Yes, that. And that's exactly where I was going to go next. So thank you for being in my head and reading that and picking up on that and saying that. And that's exactly it. We're meant to embrace being the black sheep. And be it all the way. Be the difference. Be unique. Be the one that creates a little havoc and makes people feel uncomfortable. Wow, what a concept. They can adjust, right? So everywhere you haven't been willing to be the black sheep of your family, of society, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What are you noticing? Are you willing to be it? And it's okay. It's okay if you choose not to be it. It's okay if you choose to be it. What if it's just a choice? What if everything is just a choice? So anything that hasn't allowed you to get clear on what your choices are, and just choose it, whatever it is, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, as I like to do about this time in the show, if maybe now or even a little later in the show, is to tune in to something that has been heavy for you this week. It may be related to this topic, where you just don't feel like you fit in, or you're so aware of all of the insanity going on in the world, be it with COVID, be it with work and everyone returning to work, kids returning to school, all these things that are coming in that bring up a lot of intensity. It may be related to that. So whatever this is, whatever that is, let's destroy and uncreate everything that's heavy about it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow. That had an intensity to it. Do you notice that? And you'll notice with me, I tend to speak to the energy, I sense the energy, and you notice when I'm picking up on it, you'll get a visceral response from me. And I don't know if you notice it on your end for you, but it's cool that we can do it our own way, but we also may notice how we do it similarly too. So everything that is, and everywhere you want to make yourself like the black sheep for just not ever doing anything correctly because you don't do it like others. And that's part of the herd mentality, right? If I don't do it like others, there must be something wrong with me. So everything that is, everywhere you bought that point of view, everywhere you've made that you and it's not, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So I don't know if you got to see it or not, but I did a video on the black sheep this week. And I also did a post on what being in the question of where being the black sheep that you be, if you choose it as a way to kind of clear it, what's right about it, have you not acknowledged? And in that post, I also posted a clear description of what the black sheep is, according to really, the energy of it, but also maybe a little bit of this reality, how we've deemed it to be. But it's really fascinating, and I have it right here, and I wanted to read it to you just real quick, because I sense this will contribute to us clearing more on it. You get to see me with my glasses on. How's it getting better? Okay, so the black sheep. Black sheep means to be the outcast, odd one out, unlike the others. You can use the phrase black sheep when describing someone who acts differently than the expected norm, just like we've been saying. It's usually used in conjunction with family, as in he's the black sheep of the family. Example of the usage, here's a good example. Rachel is the black sheep in the family because she is an artist, whereas everyone else is in a common, let's see, they said economist. Yep, that would make sense, right? Okay, so interesting fact about the black sheep. Now this fascinated me, and this is probably one of the reasons I really wanted to read this to you. And that is a single black sheep in a flock was considered to be good luck by the shepherds, particularly throughout Derbyshire, Kent, Somerset, and Sussex. But in 1822, someone coined the idiom black sheep to denote that a member of a group was unlike others and of less worth. Supposedly because a black sheep's wool was sometimes of lower value because it could not be dyed. Wow, look at the metaphor in all of that too. Could not be dyed to match the norm. Wow, so everything this brings up, let's destroy and uncreate it all now. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Just this whole concept of if you're not like everyone else, there must be something wrong with you. How long have you been carrying that baggage, okay? Let's clear that now. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I notice as I embrace being the black sheep that I be, because I like it, because I choose it, because I'll be it, there's an ease to it. There's a space of like, wow, I can be whatever I choose. I can be the infinite being that I am and not have to fit into this reality's point of view of me or anyone else. And for me, and I'll use myself as an example for you guys, since like I can, there's an ease to that. There's a lightness. There's a space that's available that I can now be and choose and allow and not have to live up or down to anything. Really, this concept of using this tool, even the black sheep and embracing and being it, can be a clearing tool to cut through what we've deemed to have to label ourselves as anything. And it clears the labels. It clears expectations so you can just show up and be. So anywhere and everywhere, you haven't been willing to just cut through and be. Destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. This is the weirdest thing ever, and I say this all the time. I remind myself, and when I work with clients, I remind all the time that it gets easier, not more difficult. Living consciously, being who you are, gets easier, not more difficult. It's this reality that creates difficulty, that creates it being hard. If you buy this reality for you as true for you, you will suffer. I can guarantee it. I bank money on it. However, if you're willing to honor your point of view and create the point of view you desire to show up to this reality, easy breezy, lemon squeezy, smooth sailing. Not to say things won't come in intensely, because believe you me, if anything, I sense it stronger. And I can pick up on it beyond even my own, blows me away, to be honest. And when I don't, I can tell when, I am able to. So, because I use the tools all the time, so I clear it. So anywhere you haven't been willing to see it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and embrace it all, but then clear it, and then also choose what's right for you, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And I don't know if you've noticed this week, but the moment that actually September came in, the first day of September, I noticed literally the air was different. I could sense the change in the seasons coming and just how that's unfolding and that space of that. So there is so much showing up and going on. And when we can just be present with it all, and it's going with the flow, but also being in the flow of ourselves and in the honoring of our own knowing, being, perceiving, and trusting that with yourself and choosing from that place, it's so important. And you have to remind yourself to do it. We're not necessarily wired to just automatically do it. Everything really is a choice, and sometimes it's a muscle that requires working. So you need to consciously choose to check in, to clear, to get clear, and be in the question as much as possible. And sometimes when I'm in awareness of something really heavy, even if my mind's involved in identifying it, what I'll do is everywhere this is, and anywhere I haven't seen what else is possible here, destroy and uncreate all that. So let's use that one right now. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And what I really love about the space that we share here on the Free and Clear Fridays is that I show up to you here authentically. I always do, but it's my opportunity to connect with you in a way where I can speak directly to you, because you're here and you're live with me, even if it's in the future and seeing this then. And I can be vulnerable with you. I can share what's going on with me and come through in a way that can be a contribution. At least that's my aim, that you can tap into whatever I'm showing up with and experiencing, and also then be, wow, if she can do it, I can too, kind of thing. And or just being present and know that it's okay to be this way, to be authentic, to be the difference. And that really brings us back to the topic of the week. That's really what being the black sheep is being the difference that we truly be. This reality defines it differently. Welcome to this reality with everything. It creates a very linear point of view. And I know it's not always as simple as change your thoughts and then you'll see yourself differently. Well, that's great for the human psychologists. I happen to not be human. I humanoided out, which means I'm not looking to change your thoughts or your feelings. I'm looking for you to be able to perceive them and see them clearly for yourself, so you no longer just suffer in them, because we're not meant to think them and we're not meant to feel them. We're meant to perceive them, which are the feelings, and also have a knowing and trust your knowing above thinking. So everything this brings up, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so let's check in again. Anything else remaining from this week that's heavy for you? Anything that I said that's heavy for you? Everything this is, let's destroy and uncreate it all now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And what would it take for there to be more ease in being the difference that you are? What would it take for you to allow others to judge you with ease? Thank you for your judgment. And every time you thank someone for their judgment, you will have more actually financial flow in your world at the end of the year, or even in the moment as a way to create that. So every time we go into judgment, we limit ourselves and we actually cut off our financial flows as well. So that's for a topic for another clear day. Clear day? Free and clear day with Dr. Sarah. So we're getting close to time. But I want you to know actually how grateful again I am for you. And I would love for you to join me other places in here. There's so much going on. Like I have to keep up with myself of like, where am I supposed to be in this 10 seconds? I wonder. But I do have this new podcast show. It's called the Dr. Sarah Experience Podcast Show. It features a new amazing being every week who's doing dynamic things in the world, creating change and being that difference. And the individuals that come on the show are likely to be trendsetters, influencers, people that are being present with amazing beings like you to the masses. So I love the space that it's created to really showcase them in a way that allows you to get to know them on a deeper level. And then there's a little bit of me with Dr. Sarah sprinkling, some consciousness to it and going into questions with them in a way that will open them up in a way that they didn't even know was possible to access. So I wonder, you wouldn't want to miss it. Or maybe you would. I don't know. But it's your choice. And you'll see the link in my bio, Linktree. If you go on Linktree, you'll see podcast show. It's both an audio podcast as well as a visual podcast. So it's on video. So it's filmed every time. And I just discovered this week that it's now on Spotify and on iHeartRadio. Wow, who would have known? And I just discovered this. I get so excited. I'm like discovering myself in locations. Hilariously funny. But anyway, I want you to have an amazing week. I would love for you to join me there. As well as, I have one more live tonight where I'm actually going to be on the other side of the microphone, so to speak, on a live where I will be joining Third Eye High and talking about turning problems into possibilities, a conscious way of looking at that, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So but I'm going to be showing up there, and you'll probably get a different point of view with me because I will be the one being, I don't know, interviewed, or they'll be having the conversation with me on some level. It's going to be very mutual, but it'll be interesting, so you may want to check it out. It's going to be 7 o'clock Eastern time, and yeah, so you can find it on my page. You'll probably see me go live again, so I'll be there, and I would love for you to be there too. So amazing beings, have an amazing week, and know I always have your back no matter what. Okay, you can bank on that. And I will see you next week, same time, same place. And what else is possible now? All right, take care for now.